48 hours since that last game on Friday. You had a chance to kind of reflect on things. I know you had to move forward with the practice yesterday. What have you thought the last couple of days?
Really just trying to refocus our guys on the next game, the next challenge. Learning from the last game, looking at the film. We always learn and teach from film, so we were able to do that. And trying to shore up our defense in certain areas, and then put in some offensive sets and work on some of our spacing there.
What are some of the things you noticed on film in the last game that you wanted to try to correct, in particular for tonight?
Staying in front of the ball, that's always one emphasis for us defensively, and that'll be big again tonight. Our spacing offensively, that's a big emphasis for us. We turned it over too much, especially in that first half. Our spacing was not sharp. Our execution offensively was not sharp. So that will be big for us tonight against a very good defensive team.
Yeah, what are some of the challenges that the Chicago, obviously the big front line, former MVP, point guard, some of the challenges for your club tonight?
It's the paint with them. They're a big physical team. They get to the rim at a high level. They can score in the post. They cut. They get to the free throw line. So we have to protect the paint, be in and cover for each other. But they're dangerous. I mean, they can shoot the three ball. They have a number of three-point shooters this year. That makes it challenging.
JB, a couple of your guys said the other night that you went to them and said, what do you think? What are you seeing? That they appreciated you asking them for feedback. Is that kind of a style of yours?
I think we always want to hear from our players. They're the ones out there. They're feeling the game. They know what's going on out there. I love to hear from them. I'll have my perspective, but it's really their comfort level, what they're experiencing, the issues they're having. That's always important for us.
You mentioned this after, maybe this time 48 hours ago, that one of the things you have to learn is how to interact with the referees. How do you go about learning that, and is it such a case where trial and error could potentially earn you a technical?
It could. It's literally the last thing that I'm worried about right now. It's the last thing. There's a list of things right now I'm trying to get through, but it's the last. My focus is on the team, the play calls, our defense, the substitutions. That's where my focus is right now. The referees, I'm just going to have to learn over time. Will not be a focus of mine tonight.
James, what does Mo have to do to get back in the rotation? Where does he stand with you, and what do you like about his skill set, and what does he need to do to get back in that rotation?
We like Mo. He's an aggressive player. Right now, he has not been in the rotation. There's a couple players ahead of him right now. When he gets his opportunity, which he will, he's got to play hard, run the floor, defend.
A lot of coaches talk about it, learning to deal with a back-to-back. Like tonight, you have to watch minutes for tomorrow night. Do you kind of pour everything into the first game and then deal with it the second night?
We're really not thinking about tomorrow. I'm really focused on tonight, getting the win tonight. We'll deal with tomorrow. It'll be a challenge for us, the minutes, but we're going after tonight's win.
Is Aaron still on a minutes restriction, and how much longer do you anticipate that lasting?
No, Aaron's good to go. He's ready to go, full speed.
JB, the last 48 hours for you, organizing practice and kind of running the process, how much has that changed for you, and how much are you putting in?
We've been busy. We've been very busy. We're trying to deal with our team. Looking at our team right now, our focus is them, while still looking at our opponents. So there's a lot, to this. The season doesn't stop. We have a game tonight. We have a game tomorrow. What was refreshing and nice was to have a practice with them yesterday. That was nice. We got to be together, go through a few sets, clean up some mistakes or issues from the game before. So that was a really nice day for us yesterday.
Had you ever met or interacted with or attended a game with Dean Smith? Anything? Would you ever come across his orbit?
No, just watching him from afar.
Some things offensively and defensively are going to take time, but if there was one or two things you'd like to see this group do in tonight's game, what would they be? What would be some of your top priorities?
Continue to compete, especially on the defensive end. That will be our focus every day moving forward. The consistency to defend, and that will be our message today and moving forward. Is that.
You got Devin back. It seems like towards the end of his run here before he got sent down to the D-League, he didn't have much confidence in his jump shot. Have you seen him get that offensive confidence back in the 2 games he played in Erie?
He's done a good job. He worked hard out there. I have not seen all the games at this particular time, but Devin's a good player for us. We believe in him. He's a nice young piece. He'll continue to grow in our development program. He's played well in the games he's played in. So right now he's trying to get better. He's done a nice job.
You brought up spacing earlier and how important that is. How can you use Channing to kind of keep the offense spaced correctly?
Well, it pulls a big man out, so he's a big part of our spacing. That spacing allows our guards to get downhill, get into the paint. Hopefully tonight they'll be hugged up with Channing and we can get downhill, get to the rim. The rim's an important part of what we do. We score at a high level in the paint, and he's a big part of that.
Jamie, do you feel a need to push the pace? Do you want them playing at a fast pace, or would you rather control it and keep turnovers down? If you run, you're going to have to deal with some turnovers, obviously.
Right. It's a balance for us. We want to play fast. We want to get out and run because we do have athletes and young legs that can do that. We have to get stops first, and that will allow us to run. So when we do get stops, we should be the first team down the floor. When we're on makes and we have to get set, our focus is to execute a play for the most part and get good shots.
Everyone good?
Cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.